Punctuality is key. We are 15 seconds away from 1 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time. Waiting for J.R. Borneo to dial into me. Where is he? 12. He's probably waiting right till it clicks to 1 o'clock. Here we go. Hi, everybody. It's our Friday Live. JR and I have like 5 or 6 questions that we're going to ask one another, have a little discussion, a little recap, hash up what's been going on this week. Where are you, Jay? And yeah, taking questions that we pulled from Twitter. We thought that would be the easiest way to do it. Where are you? People. Come on. Hold on a sec. Requests. JR, send me a request. I don't see. It is not there. Where are you? Keep looking for you. Go live with. Where's my request? Come on. Sorry guys, I know this is the annoying part. Can't see your request. We're very close. We're only 1 minute behind schedule. Instagram makes it difficult to have a specific request. Gosh darn it. JR Bourne, there he is. Come on. Connecting.
Ian Bohen accepted my request for nice.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky.
Hi, bud. It was hard to find you today.
Well, I might have joined a minute or two late. Maybe a minute late.
Not too bad.
You mean here? Yeah.
I wore that hat, and not that exact hat, but a black hat and that shirt last week.
I know.
And I think you wore a white shirt.
Well,
or
yes.
something.
Yeah. I don't remember what. But,
it's a new way of integrating.
Everybody knows this is one of my favorite shirts, like by far.
I wear it all the time.
This isn't the one we got on the ride, though. I'm going to be honest. I bought it. This really great. I know. Come on, it's so similar. But this is a great store in Vancouver called The Shop, and I bought it there.
Do you know I've never been to Vancouver?
So good. You had an open invitation. You know that you did.
Well, I was working all last year. I know for sure that I did. And
7 months. We couldn't have squeezed something in 7 months, a weekend.
Oh man, whatever. What an a-hole.
What a freaking.
How was your week
right?
then? Good week.
Week's been good.
Did you get a haircut?
Week's been good. I cut my own hair.
I did too. That's hilarious. I just did the sides with the thing, and I kind of tried to do it like the dude does it.
Wow.
And I started to get to the back, and I was like, this is going to go badly. So now I have a little extra mullet thing happening in the back and tight sides.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
I haven't even seen the back yet, but mine is definitely, I went
the sides.
Oh yeah, I went short. And
so you just went like this and then went.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah. And then and then I don't know what's going on in the back. Who the hell knows?
Who does? That's not something that we know anything about.
Yeah. You guys aren't going to tell anybody, right? What's happening in the back? Am I wrong?
On that note, I'm so funny that you mentioned this. I got an email today from my friend, Kathy Roth Duque from Blue Star Families, and they have a home haircut challenge to raise money for the veterans. And she's a friend of mine, and I hosted their celebration event in Washington, D.C. last year. I just got this email, and she said, have a look at it and you can send it on to people. But since we're talking about home haircuts, I obviously had to mention it. So check out Blue Star Family and their home haircut challenge. It's for the troops. I mean, it's for our veterans. It's for our military. So if you have 10 seconds to look at that, thank you very kindly. Let's
wait, while we're on that note, let's not move off. Hecklin's getusppe.org. I'm hoping that this is going straight up.
I can't wait till you learn how to write backwards.
No, because listen, when I think to them, it's forward.
Is it?
I think so.
It's not to me.
Can somebody say yes if it is? Are you
is
guys
that
reading
forwards or backwards?
Yes, we miss Team Wolf as well.
I'm not seeing
Hi.
any
I don't even
comments.
speak your language. Did you haircut today? Yes, you guys know that. Oh, there goes my phone.
Oh, damn it.
Did anybody get hurt in the falling of my phone?
I got this really cool tripod and a little expando clip that holds the side of the phone, and
Yes,
it's on my it works great. I love it.
I have that as well, Ian, because you've seen mine. But guess what? But guess guess what? Guess what
Yes, I
broke?
have
Guess what broke? What snapped?
the
Just
thing that connects it to the mount, the little screw on the bottom.
Yeah, the little plastic. So that happened right before this. Anyhow, Hecklin's father, if you guys don't know, is a doctor, and so they have an organization called getusppe.org for to
I
help
did
people.
see that video that he posted, and he
Yeah.
posts so infrequently that I always make it a point to watch what he does post. I'm sure most of everybody watching this also saw it.
Hmm.
Don is a ER doctor,
Yeah.
and he is on the front lines now, and he is, he is of retirement age, and he is still strapping the gear on
Hmm.
and going right into battle. And he had his first COVID patient formally, I think, earlier this week, so that was kind of gnarly. Really,
Hmm.
it was tough. It was tough on him. I was hearing some stories, and so I support what he's doing, what Tyler's doing to help his dad get the stuff.
There it is.
There it is.
Getusppe.org.
PPE.org. Um, I have some questions for you.
Uh-oh.
Do you have questions for me?
Si, senor.
Are we both answering them? Are we going back and forth and back and forth? Or I think we should let's just take it one at a time.
I feel like this is your show, so whatever you want to do.
How dare you, sir? My show? Why?
Let's just get the ball rolling, shall
Damn
we?
it. Okay. This is one that's been on my mind. It is from Mieczysław BB on Twitter. Wanting to know favorite foods you're eating during quarantine. What's your
Mm.
diet like, and how are your eating habits changed because of the situation? How are you staying healthy with what you input? Are you eating snacks and crap? Or what is the look like for you?
It is, it went through in the very beginning. It was more comfort food than it was, mind and body feeding food. And that's kind of, tapered off now, thank God, because, we can't keep doing comfort foods every freaking day. There's definitely some faves that I haven't, sunk my teeth into during this time. So I'm doing a lot of, easier things for me. Apples and almond butter, which I just figured out how to make myself, is a
Good.
big go-to as of lately. I love that. Hummus.
Good.
Yeah. How about you?
I started off a couple of big trips to the store in the beginning and was making proper food until about a week and a half ago when we were.
You went quiet.
Don't go to the store. So everything good and nutritious that I had is gone, and so I've been kind of eating like soup,
Hmm.
cans, and just frozen stuff. So I'm getting ready to go have some. I'm going to make a trip to the store. I think this week. I think that's okay because I got nothing.
Why don't you
Um,
do, some of them will do curbside pickups. You can order online. Air One does that. You can do,
I
and you can pick
find
up
it
from
hard to
curb.
get that delivery window. You fill up your cart and then they say, "Sorry, can't get it to you."
Yeah.
So
There's stuff
maybe
that you're missing, but it's not everything. There's a few things that you miss. So, but
do
it
you
just, it,
get that on air1.com, or are you using it like?
correct.
Oh, I actually
On
have
the
never
website.
shopped there.
I mean, listen, there's things you're not going to get, so just be aware of that. But it keeps one more person out of, being inside the grocery store and spending your time in there. So every time we go and do this, we're basically we reset our, 14-day quarantine. So if there's a grocery
See,
store that does allow it, then do curbside,
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Important lesson. Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
good
cool.
question though. Whew.
Thanks, Mieczysław BB. You want
I've
to go?
got, okay, yeah. This is from I think Odd at Bowen Trash.
Yeah, I mean, of course. They sift through
Uh,
my garbage. Piece together my
it's right
life.
on the top. They don't have to go down deep. Once once all of this is over, will you change your way of behaving? And then, for example, she gave wearing masks when you're sick or washing your hands more often.
Yes. I have been so caught up in the present, I haven't really spent much time thinking about what the after will be like.
Hmm.
Clearly, we're all going to have to make some changes. Um, I very infrequently get sick, and so I feel like I always have just participated normally in life. But now that this is out here without a vaccine and without treatment, it's got to be constantly on my mind to be a little bit safer with the interactions. You know, Dr. Fauci said we may not shake hands anymore. Culturally
Mm-hmm.
changed the last 2,000 years. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. Well, okay. So I will start to listen to community leaders and doctors and see what should be monitored, you know, long period. Uh, and yeah, I'll do whatever I need to do. But I
Yeah.
haven't given it too much thought yet because I'm just still sitting in my house. You?
Yeah, I think the same. I think the same. I am more sort of more to more moment to moment right now and day to day, but I think same as you. Yeah.
Cool.
Great question.
Well, moving off of that, my next question was how, I didn't write down who asked this, but how close do you think we can get to being back to normal? People talk about life will never be the same. It'll take 2 years. Some people say it will always be. And I like to think we can get back very close to our normal because our normal was pretty good in January and February. Like we were all like riding a high, life was excited. And I'd like to get back there. So how dire do you think it is for the future?
That's a loaded question. I won't put a date or no. I'm not even letting my mind go there. To sort of think of like, are we ever going to get back to normal? I don't know that I don't know how beneficial of a question that is right now. Uh, of course we are. And if the normal is slightly different than what we knew or what we know, then that's okay as well. But
I
to
think you
look at
said
it
it
as,
perfect.
yeah, to look at it as this, I just don't think there's any good in that. It's like, yeah, I just don't think there's any good.
I think you said it perfect. We will get back to a normal. It will look different than what it was, but it will
Yeah.
feel like it will feel okay. And I think the question is based on just a mental aspect of how are you going to feel? And if you feel like you're back to normal, you'll be positive. And if you feel like you're not, you'll be negative. So I
Hmm.
think we will get back to positive feeling, which will be normal. And therefore we've
Well,
succeeded.
yeah, and my hope isn't that we won't get back, but we'll actually, that's what we're doing now. You know what I mean? Take the time now
Yes.
and put it towards that. Um, it's a great question, Bobo.
Yeah.
This is from Liz Loves Ian. Getting all the like lovey-dovey to Ian's out of the way at Bowenshauser, which cracked me up, so I picked that. First one was Bowen Trash. This one's Bosenhauser. I mean, that's
Bosun
not what it is, but
houses.
I like saying it that way because I think it's more fun. Bosenhauser. How long have you been riding horses?
I started riding horses when I was probably 7. My grandfather had a cattle ranch. He had a farm. He raised livestock. He had stockyards, and
Mm,
we were always around the animals. And all I ever wanted to do was be on horseback. So I've been doing that my whole life. It's coming in
nice.
handy with Yellowstone, which is really really cool. It makes
Yeah.
it a lot easier when you have to put an animal in the already complicated machine of photographing actors and people. If you add an animal, it's just like, come on. So
Mm,
it makes it a little bit smoother, which is cool.
nice.
Do you ever do you ever
Yes.
ride animals?
Yeah, I rode in. Yes, absolutely. Calgary, when I was a kid, I lived in Calgary, Alberta, and I did a little bit there. And then, yeah, here and there.
Dope. And now just
Love
bikes.
horses.
I do too.
Love
Oh,
bikes, but I love horses. I've always had as a kid.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a different feel when there's like it's life
yeah.
underneath you and as opposed
Oh,
to, a machine. Um,
yes. Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's a
yeah.
definite connection between the bike and the two wheels on the road.
Yes.
That you're like you know how you get locked in. You're like we're doing this together. A horse is the same thing, but differently and just different energy because it's alive.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. What have I got for you? I like this question. I don't know that I've ever heard this one. Something that you've dreamed of doing in your life for a long time, but that you haven't dared
Oh,
to
yes,
do
yes,
it yet?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What would that be?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that one was from Ian Bohen fans. Another one of mine. That's cool.
Wow.
They write lots and lots, so I'm trying to remember to give them a
Listen,
shout out.
they know the majority of the questions are for you. It's
That's not
all
true.
Ian Bohen fans
They
and Ian Bohen spin-offs. What have I always dreamt about doing? Is that what it was?
Yes, like a goal or something. The way I took it, like something that you've wanted to do, but just haven't yet done it.
Well,
In
goal is
in
one thing. Well, in that respect, I've always wanted to jump out of an airplane, and I think you've invited me to. That's always been for like. I remember when I bungee jumped for the first time in Toronto. I probably was, I don't know, maybe 20 or 21, maybe. So I was young, and
That's
that to
terrifying.
me was getting closer to jumping out of a plane. So that's how long I've wanted to jump out of a plane, and I still haven't.
It is much more terrifying bungee jumping. There's the perspective of
Really?
the airplane. It's so weirdly far that you got stuff on that you're
Yeah,
like, maybe this is okay. When I
yeah, yeah,
bungee
yeah,
jumped with a t-shirt on and a pair of shorts and a rubber band
yeah,
on my ankles, I
yeah,
was that was much more difficult for me.
yeah.
Um, to answer that question, I've always wanted to get my pilot's license,
Mm,
and
I knew that.
I'm like, it's a whole lifestyle um, to do that, and I hope that I do one day.
Mm.
That would be
Nice.
awesome.
Okay, then you can fly the plane that I'll jump out of.
Yeah, exactly.
That was easy. Figured that one out. All right. This is from Sam at Miss Sammy underscore low. And she says, what are your favorite TV shows, movies to watch whilst in quarantine? I think we've said this, we've talked about this before, but it changes weekly. So is there anything new this week? I remember a few.
I heard rumblings that there is a color print of Casablanca, which you has been
Mm,
like digitally recolored. I would love
hmm
to see that. Um, and I'm trying to watch new movies that I missed this summer. So I'm just kind of
mm.
going through and renting stuff. Patriot that you told me about is
So
delightful.
I'm so glad you saw it.
I
That was a
love
great,
good recommendations.
yeah, that was a good one.
And second season of Succession. I'm going to start that as well.
Second, oh yes, I have to start Succession.
Have you not seen the
Okay,
first season?
I haven't seen any of Succession. I know.
It's
I got
awesome.
it. All right, all right. All right.
Definitely.
I went back and watched a bit more of Fleabag again because I love that show. One
Over
of my
so quickly.
favorites.
So sad.
Oh, so brilliant.
Yeah.
Uh, Little Miss Maisel, marvelous.
Hmm.
Mrs. Maisel. Um, oh my God, one of my best friends reminded me of a movie that he recommended to me a while ago, and I have to watch it again. It's called, is it Umbrellas of Cherbourg or Umbrella of Cherbourg? Oh, it's brilliant. Cherbourg. It's an incredible film. All right, nice one. What about you? Next. I have
What?
something funny I want to read as well that my aunt sent over. Funny thoughts during quarantine. I want to read some of those because it's
Yeah,
they're
go
really
for it.
funny.
Do you want me to do this question first?
Yeah, do this question first.
Favorite trip that we have taken together. People know that our cast, our friend group from Teen Wolf, we often travel all over the place together. What's your favorite trip that you and I have taken?
Uh, Genuinely, every single convention that we have traveled to, without a word of a lie, has a memory locked into it and has been just stupidly fun and enjoyable. Uh, with and without the fans, even traveling there and the exhaustion. Wow, that guy really doesn't want to be recognized. That will go down. That, but then we'll just leave it at that. But then, and our epic ride that we did with Amphar, the one through Switzerland to Vienna, we rode
Hmm.
over 4.5 days for charity. That one
On those
was,
bikes, which is like our favorite thing, riding bikes out in the wild with our buddies
yeah.
and raising money
All of
and
life rides we've
noise.
done have been amazing,
Yeah, but that one, the location was just,
spectacular.
yeah, and the dinners that we had, the plate we went to like Mozart's house.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right.
Or,
That's
you
right.
know, when
That's
he
right.
was
That's
his
right.
childhood home and just different places and castles
Yeah,
and
and listen, and the other amazing thing that whole charity was set up to, the idea was motorcycles make a lot of noise, and let's bring noise and awareness to the AIDS epidemic. That was the idea behind the life rides, correct?
yes.
So as epic ride and where we were and the places we went and the whole thing. But the other unbelievably incredible thing about it is while we're there, like and these guys may not, the behind the scenes, where we are with social media and platforms, we know the massive reach that we have during that amount of time, how much we are talking about where we are and what the whole purpose is behind this, finding a cure to AIDS. It's a huge reach across social media, and so grateful to be part of that, and grateful for that team behind us that makes sure everything gets out and gets seen, and what hashtags to put on, and right. I mean, without them, we're just looking, we're in awe of where we are, but it's
Yes.
the good that thing does as well. The noise that we make in those 4 days with the help of those people, Lindsay and all, just incredible. Lauren,
Mhm.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're like batteries, and they plug us into the most
Yeah.
important parts that need the juice, and then we do that, and they organize, and then we have a positive impact, a net positive impact on the cause, which is also what we're trying to do. That's exactly what we're trying to do with this series of little, Instacasts, talking to everybody that's listening, is to have a positive mental effect and physical effect in the world about what's going on.
Yeah.
So we're just keeping it going on different scales. You say your aunt wrote you something?
Uh, so my Aunt Gloria sends this, and there's some pretty good ones. So I'm going to read some of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Half of us are going to come out of this quarantine as amazing cooks. The other half will come out with a drinking problem. I I used to spin that toilet paper like I was on Wheel of Fortune. Now I turn it like I'm cracking a safe.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah. This morning I saw a neighbor talking to her cat. It was obvious she thought her cat understood her. I came into my house, told my dog. We laughed a lot. Like I laughed out loud.
We
Okay,
laughed out
so
loud.
out loud, my dog and I. So, and that makes sense. My dog, the dog that we had, yeah, that makes sense.
Clearly, yeah, no question.
Cats, no. So after this quarantine, will the producers of my 600-pound life just find me, or do I find them?
Who reaches out first?
Yeah. Quarantine day 5. Went to this restaurant called The Kitchen. You have to gather all the ingredients and make your own meal. I have no clue how this place is still in business.
These are adorable.
This one got me. My body has absorbed so much soap and disinfectant lately that when I pee, it cleans the toilet. I actually dug that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Classified ad. Single man with toilet paper seeks woman with hand sanitizer for good, clean fun. That just felt like a joke my father would have told if he was alive right now. Oh my God. And then she said, day 6 of homeschooling. My child just said, I hope I don't have the same teacher next year. All right. I just thought those were great.
Those are good.
What's your question for me?
My last question is more of a discussion point. I have noticed given we've had some really good news in the news lately, some good headlines about numbers going down. And at the same time, in the same week, I've noticed a lot of patterns that I've seen and heard about from friends and stories. People are sort of relaxing on the guidelines. They're getting a little loose. They're being a little bit too, I can do this. They're giving themselves an excuse to relax what has been working so effectively. And I want to know if you've seen that. And I want to remind everybody that this is no time at all to take a break This is the most important time to be even stronger than ever. So talk to me about how you feel, what you've seen, and the stories you heard.
Yeah, I suppose I'm hearing the same things and reports of Venice Beach and what have you, specifically here to Los Angeles. I don't think we can let the guards down. I think there's a degree of common sense to be had individually. I don't think there is a definitive answer one way or the other. I still see two friends that I sort of self-quarantine with as well. And while we are in the same space, we keep a distance from each other, but that's a regular thing that we've been doing. I'm aware that every time I go into a grocery store, I'm sort of resetting my clock. So I'm aware that when I'm around them, do you know what I mean? When was the last time? And now I'm doing order for the last, 2 weeks. I've been doing food ordering, curbside pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying that I think if anything, now is the time to not try to turn down I'm going to get a little more relaxed. I think it's to turn up the common sense and the vigilance, and to just your what your whereabouts are. You don't know what your friend is over there, so I think you just have to look at each situation, because I do also understand there's a mind game that's being played as well, and some people need so I think there's a smart way to do it, and it is not to get together with 10 people or even 6 people and have a gathering.
Yes, I know people have different living arrangements, housemates, families, and you all know what that security sort of level is. I would really encourage people not to add any new people into your situation. Yeah. No new buddies coming over, unless you can account for everybody for the last 2 weeks. It's really the wrong idea to bring something in or go into someone else's.
It's not just them seeing one other person. It's them seeing one other person, and that person who has seen maybe just one other, but maybe 2 others, and then those 2. It's that sort of idea, right?
Yeah, it's just opening the door, which is your front door is the best barrier that you have. Mm-hmm. And if you know what's been inside it for 2 weeks and you're all good, great. As soon as you go out of that door, something's coming in or out, mm-hmm. Metaphorically, literally. So stick to your housemate situation. And like, JR and I, we both live alone. So we don't see anyone, like no contact.
No.
Even the grocery store is that is a point of possible transmission. So it's something you really have to think about. But I do know people that are seeing people that have new friends and different groups coming into their groups, and they're adding a new input. And I think that is just catastrophic right now. And I know we're feeling like things are looking up. Guys, really don't do that. Be really vigilant right now. Keep us going until we're absolutely crested. And then even then, we're going to have to figure out how to make sure we don't have these flare-ups in the fall until we get a vaccine. So a little tough love there.
Are you doing okay?
First, I'm going on 4 weeks. This is the first week that I'm just sort of kind of like, bleh. I'm not super happy. Like I was jumping out of bed and like really motivated, and I was kind of excited to be in this time and figure things out. And lately, I'm not really that hungry, and I'm just kind of yuck. So.
All right.
I'm talking to my plants.
All right.
Like, really, I am. I know you're supposed to, but they don't say anything. They don't talk to me. So I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Now's the time to start listening.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Well, what about the things are you, when was the last time you did a workout?
Workouts have been steadily declining. Like I kind of start and I'm in the living room pushing up or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it's a little iffy. How are you feeling?
It is definitely this still, but I have things that I still go to, to help me. My yoga, my meditation are huge, and I know that you're not against them, but that those. It's never really been in your routine prior to this, correct?
Yeah, I would like to incorporate those. I keep saying I will, but I still not even know how to start, to be honest.
Yeah, and holy crap, are you not alone there? but now's the time. Unplug is the app that I use. It's just literally, you know, unplug. And every morning it has a new meditation. It's simple as hell. They're like 5 to 10 minutes as well. But there's a ton out there. There's a lot out there. And not only was it a regular thing for me, but I've now turned it up. You know, there will be days that I will do 3, 4 meditations in a day because I get down those rabbit holes.
Cool.
And the
Like
first
that.
few weeks I couldn't. The rabbit holes were too distracting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I don't think we can avoid them. I just don't spend much time down there, and so
Great.
you know, it might be another sit and do a quick 5-minute meditation just to, and all of a sudden when you come out of that, your mind is somewhere different. It's out of the rabbit hole, and you're ready to, you know, maybe do another set of push-ups or something. But
Okay.
the things that are so routine for you, I don't think we can. We gotta keep a little grasp on those things. You know,
Definitely.
like the gym and eating well and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm staggering a little on that right now, but I'm aware of it. So don't worry.
All right.
Hold me accountable.
All of us.
Please do.
All of us, man. One last thing I wanted to mention that I heard about. Did you hear what T-Mobile is doing? And today's the last day that they're doing it.
I don't know, but they are my cell phone carrier.
Okay. So T-Mobile has a COVID COVID-19 relief fund that they have set up to help frontline and healthcare workers with childcare. So all you have to do is text thanks to 50555. That's it. Text thanks to 50555. $5 will get charged to your bill. Any carrier, doesn't matter. And they're going to match $400,000. So, and today's the last day. We've been doing it for 3 days.
So this is for hospital workers who obviously have
frontline workers, all healthcare
shifts.
workers, exactly, that they need help with childcare. Because just imagine, you know, those that are
when schools are closed, what are you supposed to do?
Childcare, daycare, all of it. And again, you know, the organizations, if you can, there's a ton out there. There is globalcitizen.org and feedamerica.org and Animal Hope and Wellness Foundation. There's a ton, but donate what you can, when you can, and as often as you can. The texting T-Mobile thanks to 50555 is easy as heck. So do it.
Brilliant.
Love you, man. Love you guys.
Too. We will be back next week. Guys, think about your questions. Really, one thing that we decided was that this little discussion was going to be about you. And shape it. Comment, tweet, use the hashtag JR and Bobo. It's easier for us to find them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you can let us know what you're thinking is cool, what's boring, what's, you know, again, it's all about you guys. We're here to talk to you. We talk to each other all the time. So we're trying to talk with you and together. That's all I have to say. Thanks for tuning in.
Love you guys.
I love you. I love you, bub. I'll talk to you later. Ciao, ciao.